Here we go, we're getting ready to pull our next shaft out, and we just got this cog engaged over here so that we can spin it around. And you can see this lock collar in here with the set screws still in it. I also noticed that a lot of the fingers and clutches, the throw, the linkage of the yokes, they're they're stamped with numbers and they're match marked. So it looks like we got that collar to take out, and then over here we have a pin right there, and there's another collar right here for this gear with a cotter pin and a cross pin right there. We got to pull those out. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean up the grease on the outside of the back here, and we're going to pull the covers both ends of this shaft here so we can get a good look in at that. Take a look at the bearing diameters, see if they match or one's bigger than the other, and then that'll give us a hint on which way this shaft may have to come out of here, whether it goes out the front or out the back, or if it's split or what, because we have a couple different scenarios that are possible with this arrangement right here. I'm going to put this rag right here so I can go like that and wipe right onto it. If anything sticks to my blade here. If not, it's going right down there. This is just a little bit more crud than I wanted to. Have on my tools and everything else, so we're just scraping. This is basically the rims, because I pressure washed this, but this area right here was really hidden by the covers and shields and shrouds and all that good stuff. Alright, we got it off our area to where we can play with that. Alright, and okay, now let's get an Allen. Hey, maybe it's one of the sizes we already got out here. All right. Come on in. All right, another happy customer. Okay. Not quite, huh? Okay. I'm gonna go get my brass hammer. Okay, I got an idea. That was a good idea. Okay, now this has got a shim pack on it. Okay, whenever you have cup and cone bearings, you've got to shim amount of preload or the amount of clearance, depending on your application of assembly. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we're going to set this over on the table, and we'll make sure that we keep up this shim right here and measure it, or be able to use it for a pattern or whatnot. Okay, and take a really dirtier rag here, and let's go ahead and okay, there was a missing screw there, and I know anytime you're using these old flatheads, beautiful characteristics of a almost a Philister top, radius curved top flathead screw. Really was stylish for its time, and I've made them time to time the same. See, something to be said for a nice screw head like that. It's actually a bolt with a screwdriver head. All right, let's see about getting the other two out. If that was a flathead of today, it would be would have been all like stripped, munged over, and also too, if you wouldn't have had a quality screwdriver, that would be munged over too as well. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, it's got a deeper carrier in it with a brass shim stock here. And you can almost read the bearing numbers right here. Timkins. All right, I'm gonna put those screws right in there. Looks like we're gonna have to make one. And so I'm just going for, let's say it's gonna be 3/700 on that opening there, and it's looking like 2/800 on that opening there. So I would say that this shaft is going to come out this direction here. All right, I got to go back to the inside because I got to start taking apart the set screws on that collar and a couple of those cross pins. Okay, let's start with the set screws in this collar here. Okay, now that, to me, this is proper. This has got a dog point on it. Okay, this is the first one I've seen with a dog point. And after pulling the other shaft out, I know that it was supposed to be dog points, and the ones I was pulling out of the bilge or the sump were not dog points. Okay, let's just see if they correspond. Okay, now this one here was loose, so you know you don't want to see any loose ones. If they vibrate out, and then if it was in here and this cog wanted to come and shift in, or if it got loose and then it went chunk 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 through the gears. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, there was only 3 in that. Okay, now this ring should be free to travel. And that ring is fitting tight to the shaft. Okay, and I think the other rings weren't fitting tight to the shaft. And I think we might be making a new ring or 2. All right, now I couldn't get it to move that way there, but and actually, wait, we're gonna be doctoring all this stuff up anyway. Let's go ahead and let's just sit it in there like that. And can we go ahead and we got it to move a little bit, but we just want to make sure we don't have the dog down in the point down there. Little tiny screwdriver now, maybe. Probably get one of the ones that don't have a dog point on it and see what it does, huh? There we go. Yeah, it'll move. All right. Okay, next thing in line is going to be this collar here, and this collar has got a cotter pin in it, and we'll grab our needle nose pliers and we'll pull those out. I'm going to take these dog points and go put them on the bench. Okay. We almost got it. It just shows you that that hole is pretty precision there for that cotter pin to be in there. Of course, there we go. Okay, well it's down there somewhere. Let's see. Can we? Okay, I got both of those out. But I'm looking, this doesn't have an equal amount of cogs on here because that pin, the shaft's going to have to move before that pin can go. But the pin pushes either way, okay? It's loose in there, so we'll have to get that shaft going that way there to get that going. And probably going to be the same thing on that pin over here, so we're going to okay. 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 I know. I'm just like you guys. I can't wait to get that last shaft out of here. Just to see why that gear right there is not connected to the shaft. You're looking from the easy side. Okay, it looks like we can probably tap that out. Let's just see how easy it moves. Well, that moves pretty easy. Once it comes out, we're gonna have to grab it and pull it because I don't think there's enough room. Let's give it an attempt to tap down. See? Okay, and then from there, we would have to pull it up. So that might be a scriber thing. Okay, we got that one with the magnet. All you gotta do is remember where you put the magnet. Okay, all right, so that gear, that could tap that way slightly just to start that moving, or just let that shaft go on through that way. I don't know if we could be that lucky. Let's see if we can get it moving a little bit, at least to get that pin out. All right, our soft blow here. Yep, and started to move. All right, we will need a brass drift here. Hey, maybe, I want to see. I don't know if I can or not. Okay, we can. Okay, so that collar's free. Okay, without that one there, that's like that. Okay, that collar is free there. But that spline is not going to go through that collar, so that spline may have to go out that way there. Might be deceiving. Let's see. Okay, the bearing's coming out the back of the lathe there. That looks good. Okay, yeah, look at this shaft is smaller here. That collar wouldn't, that collar would not have passed through there, and that spline's holding that. Okay, so the shaft is on its way out the back. That was pretty deceiving, huh? Okay, that was the bearing race. Now I got the cone in my hand. Oh, the cone just came off in my hand. Well, at least I can get the numbers off of that pretty easy. And there's good numbers on the side of that as well. Timken, made in the USA. That's what we need to get back to. Made in the USA. America first. All right. Cool. All right, the shaft is in my hand here. And I think we're just gonna have to keep tapping that shaft that way. And it's going. All right, got a collar here. All right, I'm just jiggling it. The whole shaft is coming out. Okay, we have a spacer, a bearing. Okay, this cluster here is not free yet. All right, we have a collar that went on behind that bearing. Okay, I think that shaft there is pretty well off. Okay, that's off. That's off. Okay, this collar here went there on that gear. We're just going to put that there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pick this out and put it on the bench now. Just that way. Or at least that's what we think we're going to do. Not yet. Okay, nobody's gonna steal it. Okay, this gear, this collar, that gear's there. I think I heard something fall down. All right, I have the shaft in my hand. All right, and I got that gear. All right. Okay, this gear and this spacer, like that. There's a bearing, a carrier bearing right here. That bearing bore feels pretty rough. Bird on the edge there. We'll have to see that. Okay. All right. Now we're going to shift this over. All right, we got that. Anything down there? Oh, it's right here. Okay, there's the pin, and then here's the friction side. I should say thrust washer, thrust side. Okay, that is weird. This bearing actually has a thrust washer made in it. We'll be checking that out there, and making sure that it'll travel one way or the other. Okay, let's see what we got here as far as these two collars, or these two shifts. If we spread those apart, can we get this out of here now? I'm going to take that collar, and we can get that out of there. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's fish around for okay, underneath this rod right here, we'll probably find that little cotter pin that I dropped off. Oh, never mind. I see the cotter pin right here. Okay. All right. Look at that. Hey, we're down to one little shaft right here. Okay, we're gonna tap. See if we can tap the cone out of that direction there. Okay, we got something. Just make sure that we don't have anything holding or locking. All right. At least that way it'll hold it there. And let's give it a shot. Okay, it's not moving any of that. So we're going to get a long one. Oh, okay, I got this to pop out the side. Cool. Probably not the recommended way to do that, but okay. But here's the trick, okay? That shifting fork is not going to let that just come out of there. I'm gonna have to see about how I'm gonna let that shafting collar, or if I can pull this pin right here and see if I can't get that to come up out of there that way. Take a break. Okay, that's where it had set screw locks that yoke onto the shaft. This one here is a collar. This one here locks this yoke on that shaft, and then there's another locking collar here because this travels through this cluster back here for reverse and forward thread engagement there, neutral, forward, or reverse. All right, so hopefully I can undo these 4 points here and then slide the control shaft out of that yoke, and then it'll come out together. Okay, I had to move you back because I took all of those items out, and I think I can slide this thing back here now out. I don't think anything else is holding that. Okay, I got to get a flashlight in there. It moved. I got that shaft to slide out about a 1/4 inch. Okay, that collar's one to go. Let me see if I can get another screwdriver to see if it's free on the shaft down there. Okay. Okay, I think I'm just going to need 2 bigger heel bars up here on the handle to pull that out of there. I cannot see anything else in there, and I have almost moved it 3/16 of an inch. Yeah, see that collar right there, that one right there, that's what's tight. I think this yep. And I don't think there's anything, you can't spin that handle around, so there, it's got to be right there. And this yoke here is ready to slide also. That can slide. All right, and yeah, so okay. Okay, I can see it pulling the yoke. So I'm going to put machinist wedge in here, like that. Okay, and find my small favorite hammer here. Oh, maybe that did get loose, and I just didn't notice that it was loose. Let me see. All right, I'm just gonna make sure there's not another set anywhere on here, and I don't see anything anywhere on there. All right, that collar's definitely loose, that one. We have moved it over 1/4 of an inch. Okay, we can move that collar. Hey, we might just have to do it the hard way and pull those two set screws right there. And if we can get the shaft out, vertically, I don't know. Let's see. See, something's been messed with this before, because this finger right here is kind of whacked out there, like somebody has tried to pry that before. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, dog point in there. Dog point. Okay. Maybe a scriber can get in there and manipulate that finger out a little bit. Oh yeah, okay. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, we got that one to fall out. Okay, well, I'm going to see if I can get myself just a little bit of pull this way on that thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right, I like that. We got enough pull here to where I should be able to get that pin back. If I can get that other finger out of there, I might actually stand a chance on lifting this gear out of here, and then we can deal with that yoke and everything without all of that in the way. That's my plan. Okay. Okay, it's always, I was just went to look, 1/8 ball, ball in Allens, because I need to reach in there. We'll have to unlock it first. See if I can. Okay, I got it to unlock. Okay, now. I did find a half little smashed dog point. Okay, another nice dog point. All right. I keep walking over the flat bench because that's where I want to put things, okay? And our scriber again. Right there. Okay. Okay, all right, now hopefully I can get this finger here and come on, come on, come on. I can see the pin. I need to manipulate it with a punch. It's like almost ready to pop out of that slide. Okay. Okay. Right there. Can I reach? All right. Yep. Got it to move. Come on. Go in a little, just a tiny bit more. All right. Okay, I can see it sticking out the back. So if I can get my what can I get back there? Oh, I think I have. Okay, the Wicked Cool 1970s tool. Can we get back there with that? Okay, and get a hold of it. It can get a hold of it, but it's not quite loose enough. Okay, let's go back to the other direction here and There goes the flashlight. All right, let's see. Hey, there we go. We got it. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Now it should just come towards me and lift right out of there. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, I got that bearing off of that end. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. Okay. It has a stop and then it wants to go, not go, whatever. We have to get the clamshell on here. Well, no we won't. Okay, here's a close-up of a key here and there, and you can see now that I can spin it past it and then there, so it is definitely a pair of keys that are sheared off, and that's the main issue why we weren't getting the top end. This one here engages with the dog, so that one that's a given. But this one right here is the one that was not carrying the load.